Being an agile coach, I have close to 19 plus years of experience. And honestly speaking, initially, I thought when I was working as a Scrum Master that why I should learn DevOps. I mean, why it is important to know the CI/CD. My team is working on that. I should only get the update. And then I know how to update the Jira board or how to update the AWS board. That is only things I should know. But actually, when I came as an agile coach, or when actually I realized I should get to know that it is very important for your Scrum Master as well to know all these technologies. Why? Not only knowing, but also if it is required, you can help to the team. When we talk with the senior leadership being an agile coach, so when they say about the pipeline, when they say about how it is going to process, how automation should be implemented, how CI/CD or uh, these pipeline we are going to create, how different art is going to implement, right? Then I realized that yes, it is required to understand the concept. Plus, I should know the technical things. This is from I should say from the role which was considered as a non-technical. When I come to a technical part, believe me, nowadays once the offices has been started opening, even though I have seen people have given privilege who are into AWS or into a DevOps has given privilege to work from the reason organization know this is very important and they require uh, to work in a different silos, or you can say in a different mode, right? So it is not required for them to come to office. They can work from anywhere. Why companies are giving this kind of a privilege reason? Because another thing is that they are managing not only one team, but they are more technical and they can work from the place wherever it is required internet. Right. Rest, I mean, you guys can share if anyone else would like to share why you want to learn AWS.
Yeah, I just have the reason why I'm working as a product manager.
Mm-hmm,
So I have around 16 years of experience in market, which consists of
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I testing for 7 years and product management in 9 years.
mm-hmm.
Now, whenever I'm trying to switch a job or else if there is anything, everything is taken care by AI and cloud now.
Yep, yep,
Most of the
absolutely.
companies are asking like, do you have an experience on AI? Do you have an experience on cloud? But
Mm-hmm,
the main part which few companies are missing is see everything. Someone has to give an opportunity to work with and to get that experience.
mm-hmm.
So for that, I thought of like I can say that when I have the knowledge of AWS or AI, then I would be able to say that I have a knowledge. Give me a chance, I can prove it. So
Absolutely,
that's what for that reason I'm just planning to learn AWS and DevOps.
absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing, Dinesh. Let me share a few more things, right? If I'm not sure if you have got this content or not, but if not, definitely we will share it with you.
It's already sharing the link.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Snehal. So this is, I mean, in like other training institution, we have a very different way of presenting the content, right? First, we have written what is AWS, what is DevOps, and everything is sourced from you can say authentic sources, right? Like if we have mentioned any packages here, so you can go and click on this link. What kind of a packages companies are offering, and this is the average package, right? At 4 years, people are drawing 12 lakh. At 8 plus years, people are drawing 38 or 38 plus lakh rupees per year, per annum. Being an agile coach, I can tell you it is very hard to move as an enterprise coach. If you are moving, then you can expect 40 plus lakh package. But here, at a 8 plus years of experience, you can go on this. Being an enterprise agile coach, if I say like, Surekha, you are agile coach, so you know how it takes a pain to become enterprise coach, right? At least 18, 19 years of experience minimum, and the leadership role is required. But here people are getting in less experience. Plus, I mean, all know about referral group. I am not going to share it. The rest, the way of execution, the class is absolutely different. We do case studies. It is a weekend classes, hands-on practical session, mock interviews, and industry experts sometimes will come and help you to understand the concept, what is going on in the market, apart from the trainer. Assessment, MCQs, doubt clearing session that we have, right? This is the way how we proceed for the classes, right? How it will be. Then this is the course content where we cover AWS, DevOps, Jenkins, Maven, Kubernetes, Dockers, and Ansible. Around 2.5 months of a course. This is, and this will be a weekend classes, right? Now, few more things which has been added, which I would like to share, and that is a proud for Refer Me group. More than 2000 plus success stories. And if I'm saying success stories, so we have a screenshot of each and every individual who have shared. We don't publish on their name like other training institution, because sometimes people hesitate to show their name that I got placed because of just only doing the training. So we always respect that feeling. So 2000 plus success stories in automation, 400 plus success stories as a business analyst, right? 2500 plus success stories into ISTQB batches, 150 plus success stories being an Scrum Master interview preparation. This is what we have achieved in our previous batches, and this is very old screenshot you can say, but because for automation now we are running our 41 batch. Yes, Ashish, you have any question?
Yes, thanks, Guy. So, so what question I'm having is, yeah, I'm having around 15 plus of year of
Mm-hmm,
experience into IT,
mm-hmm,
and essentially 8 to 9 years of project management or Scrum Master experience, right? And it's
mm-hmm,
a pure
mm-hmm,
business part, like,
mm-hmm,
running the business projects essentially.
mm-hmm,
So I've seen all of your this PPT and ISTQB and automation of the
mm-hmm,
testing. These all are different elements.
mm-hmm,
Now, what I need to understand is this particular course. I know the importance of AWS and DevOps, no doubt in
mm-hmm,
that.
mm-hmm,
But how this will fit at this stage in my career? So, see, anything learning is always a good thing. There is no doubt about it.
mm-hmm,
Whatever I learn is a good part. It will add a value, whatever the value it is.
mm-hmm.
But how this will, like, because I want, essentially from my side, I want to go into like, something technical, and this might be a first step towards it, but I'm not too much clear on that part. And I cannot see in this slide any success story around that combination.
Okay, that is very good thing you have asked. Success story for AWS, right?
Yeah, AWS and DevOps for, see, because our group where we have picked up is all project managers and all Scrum Master group, right?
Hmm, hmm, hmm,
Most of them are project manager and these people are which are like more of a business guys.
hmm,
Now
hmm.
that fitting into a technical stuff is what I am like not too much clear about.
Okay, so see, Ashish, one thing like I said, being a project manager also, right?
Mm-hmm.
The PMP certification, if I talk, PMP certification just 5 years before it was completely management. Then
Mm-hmm.
PMI organization came up PMP with Agile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they are coming PMP with artificial intelligence, which is upcoming PMP with Agile plus artificial intelligence. And you have heard a lot of things into a chat GPT. Sometimes back I put in the group as well. If someone can help us on chat GPT or artificial intelligence. Why you
Mm-hmm.
think being a project manager, I should go with Agile? I mean, waterfall is more than sufficient. Why you think I should be a technical? I should be responsible only for the budgeting, resourcing, risk management, risk charter, right? Why I should only manage those things only?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, why you think that being a project manager, it is expected me to create, do the resourcing, budgeting, the risk planning for any meeting, doing the initiation, execution, right, and the completion, all these things. Why I require being a technical as a project manager?
You see, company are looking like to like have like multi-dimensional role kind of thing nowadays. I'll feel if
Correct.
you
So
have some technical knowledge, it will help.
correct, absolutely. And my next question on Scrum Master or the Scrum Master group, I share approximately on an average 12 to 13 jobs every day, right? Which is a
Mm-hmm.
product manager or Scrum Master, these kind of a job. Do you think every day 12 or 13 people get a call and they get placed? At least five people should get placed because of those openings every day?
Mm-hmm. No, it's not happening probably.
No,
I feel so.
absolutely. So the
Mm-hmm.
reason is because people are still thinking if I am a vanilla Scrum Master, I should get a call and I should get a package of for 25, 30 lakh rupees. Why? why company will give you a chance. Yesterday, I'm not sure if you are a part of that group. Someone has posted I got placed in HSBC and two other organization. The person has placed, which I should join. Now, in the same group, people are with a with having a different can say opportunities as well. In the same group where majority of the people are typing, I'm not getting any call, whereas some people are posting that I got three offer, which one I should join. Have they
Okay.
done anything different? Answer
So
is yes.
just to add to that point, even I do agree like what you have said. Like few people are getting calls and few people are not getting calls. I think companies are looking like now. I being a product manager, I do the regular product management work on it. But before joining the company, I think the company is looking out like what kind of a skill set I have it,
Yep,
and my resume will get shortlisted when I have that a specific skill set which you call like now the reason which I said like for me cloud and DevOps are completely a way beyond for my regular work. But the
yep,
reason for my resume to get shortlisted, they asked like, "Wait, do you have a knowledge?" Though after joining the company, I may not be 100% working on it, but they check like if in future if we have something, so that we have a person within our team or our company who can work in that specific technology. So that's what I'm
absolutely.
looking at.
Absolutely, very well said, Dinesh. Thank you so much. And believe me, being an agile coach, I am not responsible for resourcing. How the team has been formed, which kind of a technology. I honestly, I should not participate. But now I have asked to frame a team for any art or any at enterprise level or at any level. I have asked that which technology you think should be a suitable here. Now, how should I share my knowledge or how should I share this thing that what kind of a resourcing organization is doing? But now they are asking me to do this. And definitely, if this is asked, so I always check what kind of a skill set we require. Like Dinesh said, it is not necessary that if I have a knowledge of AWS, then I will work. But at least when we are projecting or when we are pitching for any, if you guys know, when we pitch to a client and we show them that this kind of a resources we have, we show them this kind of a skill set, this kind of certification my resources have done, and then it increases the chances of getting the project, right? So Ashish, I hope your question has been answered now.
Yeah, partially. See, my question was a little different. I'm not sure if like I have communicated properly. See, what
Hmm.
I'm asking is essentially, see, companies. So I have attended few interviews in recent past. Now,
Hmm.
what companies asking? Even say, for example, I'm a AWS certified also. I've done a AWS certification also.
Hmm.
But does so they ask, do you have a hands-on? Have you done
Yeah,
say 2 years
yeah,
of
yeah.
projects there? So there it got like it stuck. So this kind of training, because at the end of this, like our presentation, I've seen like, there is a job assistance also mentioned.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So will company, as per your experience and as per your, because you have all the data,
Hmm.
are company willing to take people who are having say pure 15 years or 10 years of project management plus say 2, 3 months of a training?
Hmm.
Will
Hmm.
it people a
Yes,
company are showing interest in them?
yes. If I say yes, and how that is possible. So basically, after the training, right, we help you to
Mhm.
prepare your resume and we showcase that at least 2 years of experience you have, right, on the basis of your intelligence level. Like sometimes people show only 1 year, sometimes they show 2 year or 3 year as per their intelligence and as per their what they have done during the case studies or mock or the assessment during the classes. So we recommend that you can
Okay.
show at least a 2 year of experience, right? It is
Okay.
quite possible, and this is natural. I do not believe anything
Okay.
to hide. Might be possible in first one or two interview you may be rejected. That is for sure, and I can bet
Okay.
if you can clear that is fine. But you will get rejected in first one or two interview. But from one or two
Mm-hmm.
interview, you will get to know that which kind of a question has been asked and what
They're asking.
modification is
Okay.
required. Modification is required more in your resume. We do not show
Okay.
that you have done a training. We show that you have worked on a project, which we take live in during the classes, and then mold your resume accordingly. Right. So
Okay.
at least in
Okay.
the market, you can project that you have 1 year, 2 year, 3 years of experience. I am working on this technology. Now,
Okay.
one
Understood.
one more thing you have said that you are AWS certified again. Please,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sorry. It is not only you. I have seen even people have done Scrum Master certification, Selenium certification, business analyst certification, and a lot of proxies are also available. But
Absolutely.
yeah, do you think in 16 hour of a classes anyone can real feel what is a Scrum Master does? In 4 days of a safe SPC classes, do you think that it can be taught that what SPC does, Agile
Correct.
coach?
No,
Right? Not possible.
right.
So
Not possible.
only certification course does just give you an edge that you are different from other. But in terms of practical knowledge, you have to associate with some mentor, or you have to work in a team to get a practical exposure.
Mhm. So
Right?
in this training where you are having, so these projects are like the same project that you have run in the past, or this is something that we will do for some organization or something like that?
That trainer will help you on this.
Sorry?
That trainer will help you on this. I am not the
Okay.
right person on that.
Okay, okay.
Any more question? Any of you? Any more suggestion, recommendation? Okay, one more
And
thing.
about the
Mhm.
classes, I'm not sure, is it like all the weekend classes or there are any weekdays classes also to just to faster, because you see this was like 4 months duration that is I think given. It will not be
Uh,
too long
e-
because see all of us are job aspirants, to be
yep, yep,
honest.
yep, yep.
I
Even
raise
though,
my hand, I'll say I am looking for a job top of this training.
Ashish. So even though if we do the weekdays, right, it takes the same time because weekdays not more than 1 hour class you can do, right? And weekdays usually we do at a 7 to 8, so that is a little bit challenge. Or evening at 7 to 8 or 8 to 9 we do, right? But sometimes we are not sure if there is any client call. I stuck in the office, so that becomes a challenge. And when you miss the class, it is although we share the recording, but cope up or sync up with the other people in the batch is not easy. So for
Okay,
working professional, we usually recommend go for the weekend classes. But again, if you want weekdays classes, we can connect individual and we can place you in the weekdays classes. But yes,
okay,
the time duration, if you will ask, it is always same, even though weekend or weekdays batches, because weekdays 5 hours, 5 days, weekend around 2 to 2.5 hours. So Saturday, Sunday, if you calculate, then it will come 4 to 5 hours approximately. So the time duration is same for both the classes, weekend or weekdays.
okay,
The
okay,
drawback with the weekend, usually people who are a fresher or 1 or 2 years of experience, they usually do the weekdays classes because they don't have any client call or handle the team. But people having more experience, they usually prefer for the weekend classes.
okay.
Right. Okay. Now coming to one more thing, and I'm not sure if you have attended any more demos before. Usually people say the pricing part at a very later stages and do not publish the pricing or the fees on their flyer, but we are sure that what we are delivering and we have shown the price as well on our flyer, right? And which we always show in our message as well. Here, the another part is that this 16,000, if you want, you can divide in 12 month payment, right? Which we will let you know. So if I divide 12 months, it will come approximately this amount you can pay, right? How you will pay, the people who will be interested, we will share. So this amount, 1,333 rupees per month you can pay and you can continue the class, right? This is again, as I said, now people will ask if you are not doing it for the money, then why you are charging? This is because seriousness, right? And that is the reason we are charging for the class. And definitely, if someone is putting their time and devoting for the class, then definitely must person must be paid. And that is the reason we are charging for this class. Same course, if you will compare with other training institution, costs somewhere 35 to 40,000 rupees because the content and everything. And I can open challenge. Just go and check on the internet what kind of a fees they are charging for AWS. I mean, one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 tools, right? Openly, I say, and give a challenge. Just go and check on internet what kind of a fees they are charging for these kind of a tools they are teaching. Here we have kept 16K. Again, I'm saying you can pay in 12-month payment of a 1,333 rupees per month. That we will tell you who is interested. But yes, I have all taken a lot of time here. I would like to invite Hari, who is a trainer, who has trained not only hundreds but thousands of students and helped those students or participants to make their career into a cloud and having a practical exposure. So, welcome, Hari. And I would like to say thank you to Snehal, who has coordinated each and everything from start to end. and definitely be in touch with our 23rd batch people who will participate. So, Hari, over to you.
Yeah, yes. Hi, team. Very good morning, good afternoon, all of you. First of all, thank you for joining the session. Thank you, Nitesh, for providing the intro, the course overview, all the stuff. Let's get started. I'll share my screen. About me, right? You guys will come to know about me, but no, for the quick info, where I'm the person who has closely, 12 to 13 years of career experience with the cloud and DevOps. Basically, I'm not a AWS architect alone. I used to work on Azure and GCP. Literally, I'm a multi-cloud architect. Okay. So in DevOps, right, I'm specialized in Terraform, CloudFormation, Python scripting, followed by Docker and Kubernetes. I'm certified. And addition to that, Jenkins and Azure DevOps pipeline, GitHub workflows, all those things, right? I have a great exposure. Yes, let's get started. Okay, so anyone can interrupt me at any point of time when you have any doubt or questions. So we will discuss. Yes, of course. Today I cannot give you the complete AWS overview, but as much as possible, right? Whatever the maximum thing I would deliver you guys, I'll try to convey you technically. If anybody has any questions, anything wanted to clarify, make use of this platform. Okay. So I will definitely help you out. Okay. So let's get started. So AWS, we are starting from AWS. So AWS, you all know, it's an Amazon Web Service. Okay. In another word, we would say one of the leading cloud provider in industry today, right? We do have lots of competitor, Azure, GCP, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, Salesforce Cloud, many other people are there, but followed by AWS is peak and top among all of them. Okay, that's what all about. So history about AWS is, if you go long back, even when I started my career and all, there is something called a physical data center. Any organization, if you take, they maintain one data center. In the data center, right, all the physical servers, physical storage, physical networking components, switches, router, firewall. So application, everything will be there in form of physical actually. So that was, very quite a difficult time, I would say, because you would need a lots of investment to buy a server, buy a storage, security devices, firewall, all those things, right? Setting up the data center, it's not an easy task, by the way. So it requires lots of investment. However you invested, you need to continually, manage that data center actually. Okay. So the data center will looks like this actually. It will be looks like this. So if you are, set up your data center from that point, right, your job is not over. You need to continually monitor all the servers. If any physical issues anywhere, hard disk failure, memory RAM failure, CPU failure, or any connectivity issue or switches is not working, anything like that, you need to take a responsibility of fixing that. So investing for data center, and you need to have always a hardware engineer in place to maintain your data center. Everything altogether, it became a biggest challenge. To replace this only, we got a virtualized data center platform. So this is a physical data center. We got a virtualized data center platform. That is something called Amazon Web Service. Whatever you are getting it in your physical data center, right? Something like a server, storages, networking devices, application, whatever. Instead of managing it in physical, they provided you console to you. Okay, the console, what you are seeing in the screen, right? This is Amazon Web Service Cloud Console, Cloud Portal. Here you can go ahead and you can have a look on any type of services. You can go ahead and have a look on any type of services here. Makes sense? So this is something called it as pretty much about AWS console. In this console only, you are going to learn next 1 or 2 months, whatever you're going to learn. On top of this console only, you're going to practice everything. Okay. Here there are some major services are there. We are also going to provide, each and every one of you will get the account. AWS account will help you to create 1 year free tier account. We are providing along with the course. We are providing you the subscription, how to enable the 1 year free subscription for AWS. You can practice on top of that AWS subscription. You can do your hands on everything. You will do it on top of this. Okay. So this is what the actual plan, by the way. If you take the AWS console, right, you have some minimum important services you should aware of. What are those services? Started from IAM. Next one is EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. Third one is VPC. Fourth one is S3. Fifth one is RDS. Okay, maybe you can read this itself, you'll come to know. First one is IAM, Identity and Access Management. What are the use of this IAM service in AWS? If you go live project, if you go live environment, right, people will be having their own individual login credential. People will be having their own login. Imagine there are close to 15 members are attending the demonstration today. After completion of this course, after 1 month or 2 months, you got a job, you got an opportunity to work in the AWS environment, or you are continually doing your work, but you are additionally added new skill, right? You got extra opportunity to work on top of AWS project. In that environment, along with you, there are 10 other engineers are working, 20 other engineers are working. For them, we need to create a user account to access this AWS portal. Those user creation, user management, permission management, everything can be managed and maintained in this particular IAM console. So here we can define creation of user, what this guy can perform, what this guy can do, authentication and authorization, everything will be managed under this IAM. Okay, here is the place where you can create a users. Okay, you can assign a permission and all this stuff. Okay, coming to EC2, right? EC2 means Elastic Compute Cloud. The full form of EC2 is Elastic Compute Cloud. This is the place where you can create your own, virtual servers, Windows server, Linux server, any server you can create. If you go any environment, right? People are much interested in deploying their application. Okay, so if you work on any project, people will have their own application. They'll require a server to deploy their application and expose to internet publicly. So once you create a VM, right, you can install your application, you can use it. All those deployment can be done in EC2. Mainly, we will use this EC2 server for creating server, managing the storage, disk for this server, backup of server. So all those things can be taken care under this EC2 service. Okay. So far we have completed first one IAM for user management, EC2 for server management, virtual server management. Third one is VPC. VPC full form is virtual private cloud, by the way. VPC full form is virtual private cloud. When you take any cloud environment, your switch, network switch, router, firewall, other security component, everything, all the connectivity, all those things you will have to control under this VPC only. As I said, if you go to physical data center, you will have a switch, router, firewall, and all, right? Here, everything available in form of virtual. Virtually, you need to design your infrastructure. Virtually, you need to define your infrastructure. So the networking connectivity, everything will come under this VPC. Okay, quick recap. IAM for user management, EC2 for virtual machine management, VPC for network management and connectivity. Okay, fourth one, which is S3 service. S3 means simple storage service. The full form is simple storage service. If you work on any project, obviously the client will have lots of data. They'll have to manage data. They'll have to deal with lots of data. So this S3 act like a online storage for your client. You can create a storage here. You can upload your data anytime here. You can download it at any time, no matter at all. So end of day, right? All your data located in S3. S3, I can compare you with Google Drive. You have a Google Drive, right? How you will utilize Google Drive? Similarly, S3 is the service provided by AWS Amazon. Okay. So quick recap. IAM for user management, EC2 for virtual server management, VPC for networking and connectivity management, S3 for storage, online storage service. Last but not least, which is RDS, relational database service. When you work on any project, your front-end application can be hosted in EC2 virtual server. The backend DB, right, database will be deployed under this particular RDS. Okay, deployed on particular RDS. Makes sense. So this RDS, we can create a database server. We can use it for our application deployment. So these are 5 major services. Every person fundamentally have to understand this. This is the fundamental IAM services everyone should have and everyone have to understand. Okay. Apart from that, if you ask me, Harry, totally these 5 services only available in AWS, not like that. You have a lots of services are available. Look at this. If you come to AWS, right, there is something called analytics, there's something called application integration, there's something called blockchain, business management application, cloud financial management, compute, container, customer enablement, database developer to end user computing, front end web application, game development, IoT, machine learning, media services, migration services, robotics, satellite services, security services, storage services. Like we have lots of components are there. If you go each and every component, you will have a dedicated many more services. So Harry, is it possible to learn all these services? So what AWS is literally telling, you would require a 3 lives to complete all these technologies of services offered by AWS. Is it possible? Currently, we are living in first life. Similarly, you would require a couple more life to complete the entire service, which means they are literally telling as a human, it's not possible to acquire and understand all these AWS services. That's not an easy task. Okay, as a beginner, as an AWS architect, or you are working as a project manager or agile, whatever, you guys need to familiarize with major somewhere around 15 services you should be aware of. 15 services you should be aware of. Okay, that way it will be good for your career start and the future enhancement. Okay, so this is all about the specific important services about AWS. Okay, so if you go general introduction, Hitesh, I have already highlighted and mentioned. This course, what you're going to learn, this is not the course outside what people are teaching. This is totally different. What? This is totally different. How we are going to differentiate with other people? If you take YouTube or Udemy today in online world, people, everyone has internet. They have, if you open simply YouTube, right, you will have lots of opportunities to learn multiple technologies. Maybe I can show you. If you go to YouTube, you have lots of option to learn about the course. If you go to Udemy, okay, you have lots of things to learn. But how we are differ, lots of online courses are there, how we are differ. So I'm going to show you one document. That document will answer all these queries. I hope everyone will, like the document. Okay. If you go there, this is one of the AWS real-time project training actually. So what does it, Hari? Already, Nitesh has shared me some course content, right? What is this? This document, right? Almost I took 6 months for me to prepare. Why? If anybody newly onboarding to any project, if anybody newly onboarding to any AWS project as a fresher, there is a concept called KT. Anyone know what is KT? What is the difference between KT and training?
Transfer. KT means knowledge transfer.
Sorry?
Knowledge transfer.
Knowledge transfer. Excellent. Yeah. What is the difference between knowledge transfer and training?
Knowledge transfer means when you are leaving the job and you are giving all your assignment to other person, and training is something he is not aware of and you are giving him the training like that.
Okay. So there are two ways. Thank you for answering, Bita. So there are two ways. There are some people, academic oriented teaching. Academic oriented teaching means they'll have a set of syllabus. Today we are going to learn about IAM. Tomorrow we'll be learning about EC2. Third day we'll be learning about ABC. That is academic way of syllabus. In that, right, even if you take YouTube or Udemy, other training institute, the people will be teaching you the training in such a way how to create a virtual server, how to create the user, how to create database server, how to deploy our application, how to set up a CI/CD pipeline. That way they'll teach you. This is something called a training with the academic way. KT in the sense, I'll give you the definition of KT, what exactly KT is. When you onboard to any particular project, there will be a team leader or senior person who working in the project for a long time. He used to share the knowledge about the particular project. What kind of knowledge it is? Who's our client? What kind of request we will receive on daily basis? What is our SLA? What kind of queries we will frequently getting from our client? How we have to respond back to our customer? Whenever there is a ticket in our project, how we need to start implement step by step? What is our connectivity? How the architecture of our environment? how our applications are deployed in our environment, what kind of issues we will face frequently. For this issue, what is the solution we need to provide? This thing, people will be more focusing on KT. You agree with me or not? You guys are understand the difference between KT and training? So when come to KT, right? Since you all are working professional, you have already having some people know just now we discussed right before starting this. People had a 5 years experience, people had a 10 years experience. Already they are working in some other technology. They wanted to change their career. In that case, right? How this AWS and DevOps course going to helpful for their career? That was the major question raised by most of you people. Correct me if I'm wrong. You had a confusion. Hey, I have a 10 years experience in project management. I'm working in agile technology. So if I quickly learn this AWS and DevOps for 2 months, will that help for my career? How it going to beneficial for me? Almost the same question comes for every one of your mindset. So how, if you are generally learning AWS and DevOps in academic way, okay, that will not going to use for your career. Even someone said, right, sorry, I forgot his name. He would like to work in that AWS and DevOps project. So he is seeking for an opportunity. So he is decided to update his skill for AWS and DevOps by himself. Then whenever he go for any company or any project, he gonna ask for the opportunity to work in DevOps. That is what is planned. Even that way, if you try to learn AWS and DevOps with academic way, right, you will not be able to achieve your thing because it's all about theoretical. It's all about installation, next, finish. With that knowledge, if we go right, obviously in another 1 month or 2 months, you will forget that topic. Because we all crossed the way of learning. This is not a college. We are not a fresh mind people. So what is the shortcut for that? What exactly we need? What I recommend, right, in this document, we have prepared a 6 month why I spent myself, along with me, there are 4 AWS and DevOps architect sit and developed this document for 6 months. This document will have a scratch to advanced level of AWS and DevOps. Day by day, if you work in any project, right, whatever I mentioned in the KT, knowledge transfer, whatever the users, I mean, whatever the tickets I'm receiving from my client, what are the implementation requests I'll get it from my client, all these real-time project use cases I captured here on each service wise. Look at this is a section 1 for IAM. What is my client requirement? My client Swiggy, they want to administrate their technical engineers as follow. They have a team such as developer, database admin, Linux admin, storage admin. So we need to, we need to plan our team L1 and L2 like that. So this is one of the client requirement. Have you guys all new to IAM? Have you guys all new to IAM? Similarly, right? You guys need to understand your client also new to AWS and IAM. Okay, so you need to start implement the real-time project step by step. So our action plan from RMG, from our side, what is our target is each and every AWS services we are going to approach with real-time project use case. So this will be like a story actually. This will be like a story. Maybe if you take, there are lots of sections are there. Look at this section. My client TVS. Imagine my client TVS. TVS wants to launch their website publicly along with the database server in the backend. Actually, my TVS is the client. They are planning to host their website publicly. Okay. So everyone in the internet, they would be able to access. So backend, they need a database server. For their TVS client, right, they would have a requirement. Establish the network connectivity between web network and database network. There are 2 networks I need to provision. First network for my website, second network for my database. Note, no need of public access to my database server because in my environment, right, a database is always going to be all my critical data, crucial data, everything will be in database server. So I don't want to provide public connectivity due to security reason. What AWS is recommending, you're not supposed to provide public connectivity to the database server. Ensure only website can have a public network access. This is the one of the requirement. So we will take the real-time project, use case like that. We will derive and we will implement step by step in front of you. We'll derive and implement step by step in front of you. First thing you all have to understand, there is something called architecture diagram. Anyone here knows about architecture diagram? What is architecture diagram? Anyone heard about architecture diagram? Feel free and answer, no issues.
This is Surekha. Actually, it's been a long that I played a architectural role. It's a flow diagram. It is right from your, request till you deploy that, where and all your data flows, what are the actions happens. This in the form of blocks also it will be. Earlier, we also used to have the flow chart kind of diagrams. So
Perfect. That's what. So come to the reality. When you work on a live project, people will not, they are not kids actually. They are paying you in lakhs as of today. Correct? Everyone's salary. CTC I'm talking about. So when they are paying you in the lakhs, they will not ask you to create simple virtual machine in AWS console. They will not ask you to create simple storage. So forget about the creation part. What you are learning it from YouTube or Udemy from other institute. Come to the reality. When you go for a live project, right? What will be your task? What will be your task? I'll go there. What they will do, right? They will give you the architecture diagram like this. Sureka, you agree this is one of the architecture diagram?
yeah, correct.
Perfect. So whatever the use cases I was explaining you just now, right? Where is the document? Yeah, this is the one. Whatever the use cases I was explaining you for TVS, right? They would require a, two network. See, this is my AWS, your account. Okay, you have a VPC1 and VPC2. We need to create the peering, okay, connectivity to the multiple network. This is one of the architecture diagram. So in reality, as I said earlier, they will not ask you to create any server storage, nothing like that. They will give you the architecture diagram like this. Okay, the cloud architect will be there or consultant will be there in the project. He will give you the architecture diagram like that. They will ask you to implement this through CI/CD using Terraform tool. Anyone heard about Terraform tool? You don't want to be the expert. Anyone heard about Terraform? Yeah, at least the tool name. Nobody heard about Terraform? I'm surprised. Okay, this is one of the important tools
Hi
as of
Hari,
today.
I know means I actually as a project we have codes in Terraform, so we can say like Terraform basically using for coding
Okay,
perspective.
I don't want the explanation of Terraform and all. If you know that you heard about the Terraform tool, it's fine.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
Because
I too heard, but I was
the
outside,
importance
so
of
that's why
how it's essential for today's interview. Without Terraform, you will not be able to learn anything, any technology. If you go for any interview, first pre-requirement will be Terraform. That much important it is. Yep. So the reality, if you go any interview, right, they'll give you the architecture diagram like that. They will be asking you to implement in your environment. That is the reality. So, okay, come to the reality. So in that case, right, you need to understand all those things like these. With the scenario, you need to understand. Make sense? With the scenario, you need to understand. And moreover, sometimes they will give you the requirement like this. They will ask you to write, they'll ask you to plan for the architecture diagram. They will ask you to make this architecture diagram. So for each and everything, right, we are going with a scenario-based approach. Maybe if we go, right, maybe I can show you one of my, this is my AWS and DevOps 8 p.m. batch actually. Just a reference I'm showing you guys, okay? If you go to the daily notes, this is my notes actually, okay? Daily, I'll give for my students. So this is a batch number actually. Even you batch also will be given with one batch number. So every session you are attending live, okay? Currently, how you are interacting with me live. Similarly, if you missed any one or two session, no worries about that. Each and every session will be recorded. You will be provided with the lifetime access like this. Okay, we'll be providing you the drive access like that. See, starting from introduction to cloud computing, IAM part 1, IAM part 2, IAM part 3, EC2 part 1, EC2 part 2, EC2 part 3, S3 part 1, part 2, part 3, VPC part 1, part 2, part 3, VPC part 4, like it will keep on go. Okay, till this stage, right, 20, almost 20 session will be for AWS. Then we are starting focus on DevOps. Cloud formation part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Terraform part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Docker part 1, 2, 3, 4. Kubernetes 1, 2, 3, 4. Jenkins pipeline part 1, 2, 3, 4. Ansible configuration management part 1, 2, 3. Boto 3 lambda. So each and everything, right? We are going with a scenario based. Each and every session you will get the recording access from us. Okay, coming to the interview data. After the course, we'll giving you sample resume. So you people will have a different requirement. If you take, Ambika, she may have a 5 years experience. Her background is different. If you take Anish, Neema, they are from different experience. They may have a 8 years experience. Balaji, if you take Balaji, may have a 3 years experience. Dinesh, if you take Dinesh, might have a 12 years experience. His background is different. So people are from different circumstances and different area, different country, different state. The requirement and the resume preparation is vary people to people. So all these things we are providing will help you to set up a resume also. Interview question and other dumps. Okay, all those things we are providing. And one other thing, we are officially AWS partner for doing your global certification. After the course, if anybody need to complete your certification also from AWS, 100% you would able to clear. A to Z, right? From RMG side and my side, we are taking a complete responsibility. You would able to clear your certification. After this course, anytime you are ready for the certification, let me know. We'll help you from A to Z. We'll help you. Okay, 100% you can clear your exam also. Okay, we are taking care of that responsibility. Okay, apart from that, I was mainly talking about the daily notes. If you come to the daily notes, right, I'll just open it. If you can see, day one, we just started with all these things. The reason why I'm telling you don't want to take any notes, even notes also we are providing. Only a requirement, you need to focus on the class and you need attention to it. Okay, this is the first use case. Okay, the class Sugi wants to administrate the data project. That architecture diagram. If we keep going right, this is the next architecture diagram. So this is the day 5. This is the architecture from the server, how the secondary server, the backup and things are getting enabled. That architecture diagram we have enabled for you. Day 6, this is IAS, deploying a web application. See, my client need a web server. Okay, we are going to expose it publicly, web server architecture diagram. If you come for the, yes, live project, S3 live project use case architecture diagram. So how the multiple system connectivity works, that architecture diagram. Okay, this is networking architecture diagram in AWS. Okay, this is the multi-network connectivity architecture diagram. With the scenario, see, just now we talked, right? My client TVS wants to launch. So each and every session, right? We are going with a scenario. First, we will take the scenario. We will design architecture diagram like this. After designing, we will implement in the AWS console practically. That is the action plan we are focusing. Okay. Dinesh has a question. So before going to the next question, right, I'll complete one thing. People might have a question, hey, Hari, if you directly take these kind of use cases and advanced project, client requirement, how will I understand? I'm totally new to AWS. No need to worry. That is the reason we are starting from the scratch. Okay. The way we have made this document, entire document is, starting from here. The thing is, my client's wiki. So we are going step by step. We are not directly taking you to the advanced use cases or things. I obviously know beginners will get confused in AWS. So we are starting the basic use case. Then we are adding the load day by day, we are adding the load. So we designed the course in such a way everyone can understand from the day one if he follows us. Okay. So that is how we design. Yeah, now we go to Dinesh. He raised this hand. I will ask this question.
So Hari, I have a couple of things to ask. The first thing, like whatever the documents you have shared, so those would be shared to us on the initially itself, or at the end of the course you will be sharing it.
Whoever enrolled for the course, once your enrollment is confirmed, in the first day of session, we will share this document. We have a Google Drive like that. In the Google Drive, we'll upload it.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. So the second
you will have a lifetime access to the drive.
Okay, got it. So the second question which I have now, I am completely zero background on the technology. So I had testing experience, manual testing, and now in product management. So like you directly started like what is IAM and VPC in that. So for me, cloud computing itself is new. So why cloud computing is in the market now? What is the benefit like, and what are the advantages, and why we need to have that? So can we have that start from the basic, like what is cloud computer? So from there. So that's I just wanted to ask, because consider me as a layman.
Yeah, agree. So if you look at, this is my notes, same from the same batch, I've opened my notes. Okay, if you take day one, we are starting from what is server, what is storage, what is software, what is networking. Okay. So computing resources, what is data center, what is server room. Why we are replacing this physical data center to cloud? Okay, we are completing the theory. After that only we are going to cloud computing. When you go to cloud computing, you have something called AWS is there, Azure is there, GCP or Google, anything you can call. The virtual data center we are accessing using internet. This is something called cloud. So in the day one, actually today is a demo. Forget about today. It's for common all the people. So we will be going with an admission with a limited set of people. In that case, right, we are starting from the scratch only. Even people who doesn't know even things, they are going to attend it. And one thing I wanted to tell you, Dinesh, in this course, already one guy is enrolled. He is a college fresher actually. At least you know how IT works, how the operation work, how the projects work. That guy, right, doesn't know anything. So we'll have to teach that basic. So you don't need to worry about it. It will be covered by everyone. Okay. So even if you need any additional information, also anytime you can connect with me one-on-one. I'll clarify your doubt. Even the completed session also, hey, last week you've taken this. Little hard for me to understand. Can you teach me once again? I'll connect with you one-on-one. I'll help you on it. No problem in that. Okay.
Sure. Thanks for that.
Perfect. So we are helping you to creating the AWS free tier account. It's a one year free tier account that will be comes into the first account. In cloud, how each technology differs. We are starting from EC2 server storage for S3, networking for S3. Like we are starting from the scratch only. After that, only day two only we are taking you into the practical things and stuff. Okay. Anybody has any other questions so far? So that is the reason, if you can go through this document, right, we have spent almost closely, 6 months to prepare this each and every item from here. Okay, each and every item from here. This will be the overall, organization task where you would connect your entire architecture diagram, by the way. You would connect your entire architecture. So apart from that, this is all for AWS. If you take a DevOps, right, DevOps also we have a similar real-time project use cases. I wanted to show you guys is. Yeah, this is the one. If we can take, okay, from the day one, what are the tools mainly we're going to cover? So we are starting from Linux basics. I know people new to Linux. Python is the scripting we are going to use in our course. So people will have a doubt. Hey, Harry, I'm new to coding. I never worked on coding for last 5-6 years. Totally new. I not even know any syntax in coding. No worries. Just believe on me. I'll take care. Then people will have a question. Hey, what are the prerequisites, man, to attend this batch? Only prerequisites, if you are able to understand my English, that's one thing you all need. If you are able to understand my English, right, rest all responsibility, ownership, I'll take care. Okay. So AWS CLI, Boto3, CloudFormation, Lambda, Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Jenkins, GitHub, Terraform. So all those things which is part of our course and comes under DevOps actually. If you go even DevOps also, we are going with a scenario basis only. Okay. So my client named Netflix, they have a mini server running in AWS platform. TCS taking care of the cloud infrastructure. Like each and everything, we are going with the scenarios only. So this is what I'm telling. So come out from the mindset, people, whoever working in any particular project or technology right now, when you wanted to change your career, right? Obviously, your experience is very high. You are having 5 years experience, 10 years experience, you are late. Even cloud itself, the technology, last 2-3 years, very much famous, correct? So this is what, industry predict next 10 to 20 years, cloud will have a good era. So if you upgrade your skills throughout your lifetime, right, the cloud and DevOps, you can survive in this technology. Okay. So people are paying you in lakhs. They will not expecting you to create a server. If you learn in that much from YouTube or Udemy or any other course, right, I'm openly challenging. Go and attend outside demonstration. Also, many people are providing free demo like that. I'm openly challenging. People are targeting more and more academic oriented. They have a set of syllabus. They will be explaining the content for that. But here we are totally different. We are understanding the requirement of people. No, we are starting from scratch. Each and every services in AWS and DevOps, we are approaching with the real project use case. Taking the use case, we are deriving the architecture diagram, then implementing the solution lively in the environment. When you learn in this way, right, it's like a story. You are understanding a story A to Z. That way, you will never forget the topic. You simply learn individual academic oriented what other people are taking you, right? So you will easily forget in another month. Okay, that is what the difference is. And each and everything is almost before end of the course, right? You will learn minimum 60 to 70 live use cases from the live project. In that 60 to 70, if you are 50%, if you are confident in 30 use cases, 50% of use cases, that is more than enough to clear your interview to work in the live environment. By learning the real-time project scenarios, understanding the architecture diagrams, writing your own, designing your own architecture diagram, implementing a solution, while working these kind of KT-based AWS and DevOps workshop, right? You can minimum portray 2 to 3 years of work experience in your resume. After the course, right, immediately you can start add. You don't want to mention anywhere as a fresher to AWS and DevOps. Confidently, you would able to mention last 2 to 3 years of you have a hands-on with AWS. That level I'll shine you guys. You're all going to get a this one also. I mean, what is that called? Task also. This is my recent batch. If you open the task document, if you go there, for each and every student, right? Kapil, Mohammed, Soeb, Rahul, Tommy, each and everybody will have to complete the task, and I'll be validating. Whenever they complete it, I'll put it as yes. So each and everything, right? We will be giving us a task. Till today, yesterday, I gave them a task. So we'll give you hands-ons also. Till you complete the task, I'll help you on. I'll support you on. This is a current running batch. That is the reason people not completed much. If you go to my previous batch, right? Maybe here, I would say. Look at this. Most of them were completed actually. Okay. So this is how we'll follow up you to get it completed. And all the document, whatever the docs we have, right? Everything we'll share with you. Whatever the script we have, everything we'll share with you. Okay. This is for Kubernetes, but if you go to AWS, right? We'll share you all the scripts. Okay. If you go to Terraform, you will have these many. If you go to, Kubernetes, you will have these many. If you are working on CloudFormation, these many. So all the script will start from the scratch, we'll share with you. You can use it for lifetime access, lifelong, you would be able to access it. That is the action plan. So coming to the conclusion, so simply, learning the theoretical part won't work. So here you will be learning each and everything with a real-time project scenario. Okay. Everything we are writing the architecture diagram. Once you comfortable, once you understand the architecture diagram, then we go for implementing in the console actually. Okay. Each and every session we are planning to implement an architecture diagram. Okay. So yeah, that's it from my side. Anybody else having any questions or doubt about the course?
What's the use of this AWS for the Scrum Master?
So as a Scrum Master, there are two things. You will be totally, out of technical, correct? So when people in your environment, they are giving you a technical update or something like that, you will be able to understand it. When you go for next company or other, you are switching your company. If AWS and DevOps technically is there in your profile, right? That gives you added benefit. So you may getting, as an common people, if you have 10 years experience and an average, you'll be getting salary for 30 lakhs to 40 lakhs per annum. So in that case, they will be, double checking why we need to spend this much amount for Manoj, whether he's worth. If you have advanced and latest technologies like that in your profile, they will feel comfortable. Okay, he is a Scrum Master, he would be able to understand our client requirement also. In team's requirement also, it will be work getting, much more faster. So that way, right, it will be getting benefited to you. Any other questions to anyone?
So, Harry, do we have like the question that I've asked initially? Two things. One is, what are the timings going to be for this particular training?
I think we have a various timings are there. Right now, Nitesh will be sharing you the timing. Yeah, we'll work on it. Okay, just to show your interest, timing we'll work it out. I'll hand over to Nitesh now.
The second question is for you, Harry. Sorry, before you hand over. So the thing that I've asked, so are we going to work on a live project which is like related to some organization, or the dummy account that we are going to create on that we will create all these projects?
The account what I am presenting, right, that will be my real client project. In the client project, we have two accounts are there. One is production account, another one is sandbox account. Sandbox account means the mirror copy of my production. I'll show you some items in production account. Rest all things will work in the real project sandbox account. The account what you guys going to get, that will be in your account. Okay, for your practice. Whatever the account I use, that will be from my live project. Okay.
Okay.
Because only then I can meet the expectation of real project training. Correct. So
Okay.
Cool. Apart from the trainer, I'm telling you personally, this will be a really great opportunity for people to acquire knowledge from basics to master level in AWS and DevOps, both technology and scripting as well. You will be learning everything with the real project use cases. Okay. So you can trust me. Basically, I'll take complete ownership of it. Okay. So after the DRS, I'm handing over to Hitesh.
Hi, Hari. One question. Do you cover Azure also in this session?
If you want
I mean, in
Azure,
this training session?
by default, Azure is not part of this course because AWS and DevOps is our main course. If
Okay.
you want Azure
So any
content,
separate, actually, because
separately you can learn for Azure. Otherwise, what I will do, the people who are enrolled here, right? I can give them my previous batch Azure Drive access, something like that to you. You can go through all the session because AWS are attending live, right? Then you should be definitely able to understand the Azure by watching the recording. You will be able to understand. If you have any doubt after watching recording, I'll help you on with the Azure content. Okay. If you specifically need Azure. Okay.
Hari, the same, like I'm just wanted to highlight on that question actually. If I'm just working with Azure for the DevOps, so what I can just relate with AWS DevOps, or is there any other means classes for dedicated to Azure or not?
If you want dedicated Azure and DevOps, we have a separate batches going on as similar clone carbon copy of this AWS DevOps, same pattern, real-time project oriented training, same phase, same duration. Nitesh will be at touch with them. He will join me in, join you in my Azure DevOps batch. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, any more technical question from Hari? Amika, Anvesha, Ayush, Dev, Dinesh, Shobit, Surekha, Venkat, Vivek. Okay, Ashish, you can ping individual. Yep. Any question?
No, nothing from us.
Okay, okay. So see, guys, thank you so much, Hari, for your session. But one thing, guys, each one of you, right, from wherever technical skill you have, just one thing, and if you go from this demo, so just think on this. Let me show you very practical scenario, right? See, this is one of the group, Scrum Master job post group, right? Around in this group, 1025 members. If I may show you, around 4 pending requests we cannot add because the group is full. In this group, most of the time I face this challenge that people say we don't want to do any discussion, and everyone has joined this group just for looking for the job. Anyone can help you to answer why I should hire you if you are a plain vanilla Scrum Master or plain vanilla Agile coach. Why I should give you the good package. Anyone can help you to answer this question. This is the challenge, As initially I have shared that I share around 12 to 13 jobs every day for a Scrum Master, Project Manager, or anything. That does not mean that 12 people are getting a call, right? Majority of the people are still struggling and do not want to upgrade themselves. That is the challenge here. I mean, how many of you will continue the classes? I'm not sure, but yes, if you will come with Refer My Group, come with a thought process or come with the attitude that yes, I have to change my career. And believe me, at 8 or 9 years of experience, people are drawing 9 lakh rupees package and people are drawing 45 to 50 lakh rupees of a package. In our batches, we have seen people move from 4 lakh to 28 lakh rupees, and we have seen people to just getting at 10 year, 12 year of experience, 17 or 18 lakh rupees package. Decision is yours. You want to learn from YouTube, from Udemy, or from any training institution who do not provide the quality, or you want to learn and want to grow your career because this is your money and we respect people who come to us with their money. As I said, 16,000 is the fees. And Harry, what is the duration to cover this complete classes?
So it requires, close to 40 to 45 hours of duration required.
For all complete things, right?
Yeah.
So around 2.5 months we will take to complete the whole
Yeah.
classes.
2 months.
Venkat has asked.
Yeah.
Venkat has asked this question. So around 2.5 months of our classes, weekend classes, which mostly we will keep in the morning or in the evening as per the suitability. And we have one more different thing is that we do share the attendance sheet as well. If any of the candidate or any of the participant is missing two continuous class, you will get a call from our training coordinator. The idea is to follow that old tradition approach that people should be serious, right? Please don't come and join us only because just to give the money. Come and then attitude of learning and plus change of your career. But yes, if any question, we can take it. Otherwise, we can close the session here.
So timing we will keep in the morning, right?
Most probably yes.
Yeah. 9 to 11.
And one question, from when we are planning to start this batch?
Today is first, so we will start by 8th of June because we have already 4 candidates who have already transferred the fees without attending the test.
So by next Saturday, we are planning to start.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. And for payment and everything, I'll ping you over WhatsApp and I can.
It will be shared in the same group, in the demo group. It will be shared. And yes, one more thing, guys, we do not chase the people like other training institution. We give you a call why you are not doing good, good. We don't do it because you are a professional and me or Snehal or Hari are also working professionals. So we know what is the value of your time. We don't believe on that and we will not do that. It is your choice. If you are not interested, I request please leave the group of 23rd batch demo group. That is fine. I mean, if you have some other plan, some other priority, some other institution which you have tagged, please leave the group. We will not ping you for joining the batch or for forcing you to join the batch. That is your choice. But yes, come up, refer me group and with the attitude that you have to teach. Any more question? Any of you? Shalu, you have joined very late.
Sorry, got stuck into some office work. So, but I just made sure that I joined.
No problem. We will share the recording. No worries.
Yeah, sure.
Any more question? Any of you? Okay, so we can, we will share the recording. And if we do not have any question, we can close this call. Thank you so much for joining. And please upgrade yourself, guys. Very important coming market. Venkat, as I said, the batch we are planning from 8th of June because we have already 4 people have transferred the fees. So we have a good number. We can start the batch. Please upgrade yourself. Doesn't matter whether from Reform or from anywhere else. I like you can take Shalu is our old student. She has done PMP with us, and it was excellent feedback. So your choice from wherever you join, but wherever you join, please respect your time and money. You have put very good hard work to earn that money. All the best for your career. Thank you so much, Harry. Thank you, Snehal, for this session, and we will meet again in future.
Thank you all. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you.